Hi, and welcome to Wine Wednesdays with me, Alice Taylor, aka the Balkanista. Each week, with the help of my cats, I will be trying a new type of...
Yeah, my name's Justin.
Yeah?
I'm living in Tirana.
Uh-huh.
And I'm working on human rights. Hello, Kitty. And I'm working on human rights related issues.
Yes?
Here in Tirana.
And you're a wine lover.
I'm a wine connoisseur.
And Siobhan?
Yes, hi, I'm Siobhan, and I live in Tirana. I'm American, and I work remotely for a tech company and manage their support team.
Yes, and you're a wine lover.
I also love wine.
Excellent. So, this wine is by Kantina Alimani, and I was invited by the daughter of the family that own this cantina to see the winery. And they produce 15,000 bottles a year, so a very small operation. The grapes are grown in Durez, and then they process and turn it into wine at a place near their house. And she's given me this bottle of Merlot 2016 Reserve, which is their fanciest variety. And I thought we'd crack it open and try it out, and you can tell me what you think.
Sounds great.
Okay?
Indeed.
Who wants to do the honours? Because I'm slightly worried I might screw this up.
I can do
Justin,
it.
you've got the muscle?
Yeah.
It's my favourite sound.
I heard you're not supposed to allow it to happen.
Oh. So you put it in here first, because this is what proper wine connoisseurs do. I'm not quite sure why.
More
Does
proper
anyone know
wine.
why?
Yes, it's
We
actually...
do it to let it breathe,
Uh-huh.
and then it releases the aromas, and it just gives you the perfect tannins. I believe they're called.
Are you making this up?
On your tongue. They're the right words. I'm just not sure if it's the right.
It's sort of what gives wine its flavor. So when they say that it's been aged in an oak barrel, it'll have a different flavor. And like with whiskey, when they say it's been like they'll like charcoal the inside of it and then age the whiskey, and it gives it a different flavor. Yeah. So, but this is also good because it lets the oxygen get into the wine, and it's supposed to let it sit for a little bit, and that's why you do this. It sort of like makes the flavor better.
How long do we have to sit looking at it for?
Probably you're supposed to let it do this for like 10 minutes or something, but we can...
So now that 10 minutes have elapsed,
Yes, we're
ready to taste it.
Right. Justin, what do you think about the colour of this particular wine?
Perfect.
Yes? Any
I don't have
observations?
I don't have any vocabulary to go
No?
with.
Sort of, what sort of red do you think it is when you look at it?
Like a Merlot grape.
He's very helpful.
Right, so there we go. Well, actually, yes, this is a Merlot grape, but it's grown in Albania. I don't know much about Merlot, but Siobhan, I'm hoping you can elaborate slightly on the sort of colours we're seeing here.
All right. Well, I'll have to dredge up my fine dining skills from my early 20s. Yes, no, it's very dark. I'd say it's like a dark garnet color.
Ah, yes.
And it smells really nice.
Yeah, it's not like a cherry colour, is it? It's more of a orangey red, sort of.
Actually, when I used to live in Rome, there was this thing they taught us with the swirling and how it drips back down. I can't remember a single thing about what, but there was something to it.
There was something. Oh, yes, when you do this, and then the shape of
how it runs.
Yeah.
It's, I think, acidity or something like that.
So you know that's a thing, but you don't know what it means.
Exactly.
But what does it smell like to you? Now, you don't have to use fancy words, just what does it smell like?
Like it's been aged for X amount of time in an oak barrel on the outskirts of Durres.
Close. But it is aged in an oak barrel. So you got that right.
I hope so.
Well done. I'm
Wow.
impressed.
Shall I try?
But what do you... No, I want to know more about the smell. Right, hold on. It's fruity.
It is.
Blackberry.
Actually, now you said it didn't look like a cherry color, but now I'm smelling cherries though.
Red currant, blackberry, a bit of cherry.
It's a bit smoky.
Okay, shall we go for it? Gazua.
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 Now no spitting it out on the floor, okay? It's got quite a warm taste, like it's hot on your throat.
I think it feels warm, but I think what I noticed is it has a very nice finish, and it doesn't have the sort of sweet candy finish that a lot of lesser quality wines will have.
Or even with some red wines, at first they taste nice and rich, and then the aftertaste can be quite watery.
Although I'm not usually a fan of red wines in summer, I think that this actually is pretty nice, and I know it's sometimes considered not cool to chill a red wine, but I think this one probably wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
chilled
I agree.
also. Just because of the flavors and the finish, like because it's so smooth, it's not super sugary or sweet or in your face. I think that it would be okay.
And it's not too heavy, is it?
No,
I mean, it's
no.
full bodied, but it's not. Yeah, I think it.
I really
is.
like the bottle.
Yes, I like the bottle.
Tuning.
I think it automatically makes it look classy, doesn't it? It stands out, and I really like their logo as well.
If I saw a random selection of Merlots and I didn't know any of them, I would go for the bottle itself. It's not always the best idea, but in this case it would be.
What do you think this would go well with?
I think this would go really well if you were saying about getting some cheese earlier. I think this would go well with like your standard sort of like heavier cheese plate with like the brie and the like creamy goat cheeses, and probably also just like, you know, the standard meat and pasta that's supposed to go with red wine.
I think it would be nice with like chili con carne or something.
Really?
You know, because it's the flavour's not too strong,
It's true.
but it's not weak either. I think it might taste quite nice for something.
It doesn't linger though. That's the other
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that's too. It's just kind of, you taste it and it just kind of
Which
goes
is,
away.
you haven't got to like wrinkle your nose afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
It tastes a bit more peppery when I do that, actually.
I agree.
It really runs.
Yeah, it's sort of spicy, isn't it?
But not in a hot way.
I'd like a really nice steak right now. Actually.
This is definitely making me think of just like a very
Food.
juicy steak. This is the perfect wine for it, because you're right. It doesn't. It's not going to overpower what you're eating, but this would complement it more. And I think like the crispness of a white wine would really go well with having a nice medium rare steak.
Oh, should we have a steak? So, out of 10, what would you give it? We'll come back to you. What would you give it out of 10?
Well, I'd say that out of all wines ever in the world, I'd probably give it an 8. But out of red wines that aren't particularly my favorite anyways, I'd say like a 9.5.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's pretty high.
I really quite like it. The thing I don't like about red wines is when they linger on your palate, when they're very heavy, and they just have like this overpowering flavor to this. And this has a nice scent, kind of goes away when you drink it, and I'm not feeling overly flushed or anything.
It's an
from it.
inoffensive, palatable red wine.
It is. It is.
Excellent.
Yeah, like on the ratings from when I was a poor student to now working or even growing up with family, and as a student buying quantity over quality, and then now I prefer obviously quality over quantity. From the worst wine I ever had to the best wine, I was going to say somewhere between a 6 and 7 for red wine. I really love red wine, but my favorite's Pinot.
Pinot
So
Noir.
I don't drink Merlot as much, but out of the Merlots I've had, I would say probably 6.5.
Okay, that's
So
good.
that's my personal rating.
Yes. Well, you are a hard man to please, aren't you, Justin?
Indeed.
I think for me, I'm a fan of Albanian wine anyway, particularly reds, because I think there is, and I haven't worked out what it is yet, but if you compare this with a Merlot that's not Albanian, there's a quality this Albanian red wine has that I haven't found in other wines. I don't know whether that's to do with the climate here or some way of processing it, I don't know. So in terms of Merlots, I'd give it an 8.5, very high. In terms of wines ever, probably an 8. This I'd buy this regularly. I will buy this
I
regularly.
agree. I would definitely buy it for my personal consumption.
And I think it's a wine that even if people don't like red wine or aren't a big fan of red wine, they would still be able to drink it and enjoy it.
I definitely
It's
agree.
accessible.
Yes.
Oh, you have.
I have company here.
You're being abused by a cat. Oh, hello, Ophelia.
Various colors all over me.
What do you want to think about? Do you want to tell me about the bouquet? No?
Very
Right,
nice.
Gazua?
Gazoo.
Gazua?
Can we do a good job?
Gazua. Oh, don't wait to smell it. Oh! okay. Everything's under control.
Sure.
Is that like an alligator? Is that your best crocodile impression?
the chalkboard thing. Yes.
I see. Yeah. But it would have been an equally good alligator impression as well, just so you know. Are you quite done?
I'm good.
Okay, you're good.
I'd like to
That
visit the
makes sense.
winery though. I
Oh,
think
you should. I'm
that'd
sure she'd let you visit. It's a very nice place.
be- I'll have to go with you though. For special treatment.